Yeah, it's funny. You can often identify a person from their strap before you can their face. You know, like if I see like you know, I don't know, Chris Buck's guitar or Matthew Scott's guitar, I'm like, that's them. But if you see them in a crowd of people, you wouldn't necessarily see them, know who they are.
Our focus is on the guitar because we're such nerds.
Yeah.
Like, it's Josh Scott's clone. Oh, this is Chris's clone because it's got this little dent there.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's part of the whole thing for me about vintage guitars. They have such a unique identity that you end up really associating someone with that guitar. Like anyone that we would talk about, like Stevie Ray Vaughan or.
How is it to own such a Strat like the one you've recently bought?
Oh, don't get him off on that already.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sick of hearing about it.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked.
I just want to hear it.
I've not even played it.
Yeah.
He won't let me.
Yeah.
It's such a...
To be fair, Paul, you know, as he always does, rocked up 10 hours late. So if he came,
I was 10 minutes before time actually.
yeah, but no, we'll play about. I'm interested to see your opinion on it later because for
You heard
me,
that. That's
yeah,
proof.
for me, it's very much. It was something that I didn't think I'd actually get the enjoyment from playing it and the sound from it. It was more for me the end of a journey from my childhood where I thought I need to complete this thing where I buy a Strat because I always wanted it since I was 10. So it was almost like a milestone in my life. But when I've been playing it, there's something about the feeling of it and the sound that really, to me, trumps any of a newer guitar I've played. Maybe that's confirmation bias, and I'm just like, I'm trying to make myself feel okay about spending that money. But yeah, what's your take on vintage guitars, Sasha? Is it?
It's so hard because sometimes I think it's like a placebo effect because you know you're like playing a 58 Les Paul or a 62 Strat. That makes it kind of like extra special because it's such a special guitar and you have more like of a feeling like you're creating art. But I don't know. In a blind test, if it would hold up against some of my guitars I have at the moment, there is something about a vintage fretboard though that's not easily replicated. They're so smooth and there are little dents in there, and that gives a very, very specific feel. But yeah, on the other hand, it's just cool to own a guitar like that. If I'd have the money, I would buy one. Absolutely. Is it worth it? I don't know.
But would you buy like a 63 or that sort of really vintage, or go for like a 70s or any other?
No, really vintage, like the 60s stuff.
Do you want like a vintage 63 Strat? I can do you a deal.